Oh, we're about to be on.
The Dorkening and all affiliated shows are not intended for anyone under the age of 18. The following may contain discussions or scenes that have adult situations, graphic violence, nudity, strong sexual content, and graphic language. This show is intended for mature audiences only. Viewer discretion is advised.
Everyone thinks because you're a zombie, you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval. Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The aroma is so intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork. Deadly Grounds coffee. Coffee to die for and zombie approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
It's me, Leo. Hey, I'm Leo. I'm the monkey behind the keyboard here. You're watching The Dorkening. We have an awesome show scheduled for you today. And Steven, how's it going?
What? Good. Hello, everyone.
Hello. Velvet Joker.
Good evening. How are you? Glad to be guest hosting here on The Dorkening. My regular show is called Splash Pages, which is also on The Dorkening podcast. We are an award-winning nerd-based show where we talk about old, cool, awesome comic stories, and sometimes we have on great guests. And we talk about a little bit of dork news, but not as much as this show does. You guys delve into it deep.
We had an awesome guest yesterday for Splash Pages.
We did. We had Mr. Kyle Pasuti of Decimated Designs, who is also involved in the biggest haunt in New York City right now. So I'm very excited and happy for my friend, and it was a great interview. So if you guys want to check that out, you can check out the Splash Pages YouTube or check out wherever you listen to podcasts. We're called Splash Pages, a comic book club. So that's my shameless plug for the day.
Oh, you can give as many as you want because, if you're a horror fan, definitely check out yesterday's episode because Kyle talks about running a haunt where people like piss and shit themselves. So it was like, really,
Absolutely.
He literally
also his involvement in making quite a few Stay Puft Marshmallow Men for different events. So that is pretty cool and interesting to the geek world.
Oh, yeah. But, also, to be able to say like he scared the shit out of somebody is that's a cool moniker,
Absolutely.
What were you gonna say, Steven?
Well, also Splash Pages has entered the 22nd century because you guys are also on TikTok too.
We are indeed, as am I, as a Velvet Joker 1 on TikTok. So if you want to check out some of the content that I've been putting out for the last few months since Terrificon, we're spreading out internationally, baby.
I'm gonna pull up a picture. Hopefully, I can find the right one. So let me share my screen. So I was able to grab this before it got pulled down from the interwebs, and so apparently this got leaked, and it's the supposedly the CGI of what Mario is going to look like in the movie.
Oh, it's animated. I mean,
okay, so there's an animated CGI movie coming out about Mario.
Yeah, and Chris Pratt is playing Mario.
So Nintendo is doing their direct, and it's all going to be about the movie. They're going to show the trailer. They're actually broadcasting it from New York Comic Con. They're showing the trailer at New York Comic Con, and it's kind of a
which
big
is
deal.
This weekend.
Yeah, it's actually tomorrow, and this weekend. Actually, back to the Splash Pages. Artist was on his way to New York Comic Con and had a heart attack and passed away. I don't remember the artist's name.
Kim Jong-ji.
Yes.
Okay, I'm not familiar with his work.
Let me pull up his work right here. Let's see what he's known for. So Bleeding Cool is has the article up. Kim Jung-gi dies age 47 on his way to New York Comic Con.
Young man.
Let's see. Guest exhibit in Artist Alley. Paris Gallery was exhibiting his work. So he might not have been a comic artist. I'm not seeing anything about comics yet.
Okay, but he obviously had a table in Artist Alley, so he must have that kind of themed work. So
he did the manhwa webtoon TLT or Tiger the Long Tail, and 2 illustrated novels by French author Bernard Weber.
okay, well, condolences to his family and to his fans.
Apparently he did something for Marvel as well, because they're showing okay, so he worked on some comic books such as The Flash and Civil War 2.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, good luck to him and his family. And 47, that's young.
Yeah, it is.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's young. So you know we got to keep healthy, right, Leo?
we do.
We
Yeah, that.
Oh,
No, I was just gonna say I wasn't here last week because I had a little heart flutter myself. It was I get AFib, so it's I've had it before. I just didn't want to go to the emergency room this time because it totally sucks. So it's I decided to just I was able to get it to kick out on its own and get back in normal rhythm. So I figured I'm just gonna relax, not let it let the stress ease away.
Well, we were all worried about you, Leo, and we're glad you're feeling better.
Yeah, well, it's appreciated. So I felt the love.
Absolutely.
So I watched Andor for y'all, so you don't have to watch it.
Okay,
I've
great.
done that. I've endured the pain.
that bad, huh?
Yeah.
Now, does that seem to be the general consensus across the interwebs?
I've been seeing complaints about it, but I haven't read any major harshness about it. But I mean, I haven't been too much into the Star Wars forums lately.
Sure.
Yeah.
How about you, Steven? Have you heard anything? You usually know the negative buzz.
Well, I'm primarily on Twitter a lot, and I see all the PR and stuff that's generated around. And no, I haven't. Hey, Yo-Yo.
Hey,
What
no,
up,
I
yo?
haven't-
not much.
I haven't seen any negative feedback with Andor, but then again, I really wasn't paying attention.
Well,
What's
so,
Andor?
so Andor is the new Star Wars show.
Never heard of it.
Disney Plus.
It's Andor Kazarian from are you
Yeah,
you're
I've been totally just ignoring it.
So let me tell you about this riveting episode this week. So their Andor was he's trying to find his sister in the first
Who?
Andor.
His name's Andor. The character's name's Andor.
yeah.
I thought the planet was Andor.
It does
No,
sound like
You're
a
thinking of
planet.
Endor.
Oh, all right. On my bad.
Oh, so they're just really not creative with the name there.
So the main character's name's Andor, because I watched the first episode, but it was terribly boring. I did not.
Yeah, but you saw how he killed the 2 people, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he gets wrapped into this rebellion. There was a young Imperial officer that, his higher ups were basically like, don't worry about it. We'll just sweep it under the rug. And he's like, no, we got to do the right thing. And, he brings the squad there and they get totally decimated by the, it's not really rebels, but it's, they're insurgents or it's just a town that are sticking together. But anyway, he loses his job. So this week they spent a lot of time on
Him going on Craigslist.
him moving back home and his mother giving him a shit about not having a job, not having prospects. She's gonna call an uncle to call in a favor, and they're really playing it like the just a harping mother, just like, basically, what are you doing with your life? And like it was just, and they spent
That sounds so boring.
it was, and they had to focus on he's having cereal with blue milk, and then he
What
had
kind of cereal was it?
it looked like Crunchy
It
Puff.
sounds so bad. Like you're just reinforcing my like no not having the desire to see this.
Well, and so Andor's at this. He gets roped into a rebellion plot where they're going to steal like a month's worth of pay for an entire troop. So he's been at this camp for, I think, 2 episodes now. And like this episode, they were practicing like walking from here to there. This is how you walk as a Imperial, and there's a lot of bickering, like, why are you joining the team and stuff like that. It was
So like dance rehearsal, basically.
pretty much, yeah.
Rehearsal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am happy I have not wasted my time watching this so far.
Yeah,
It makes 2 of us.
Yeah, it was not fantastic. So maybe I'll get back to it at some point when I totally run out of shows. But at the moment, it is not riveting.
Yeah. But there's so much other stuff to watch. It is like Ghost is back.
Yeah, but hey, Leo. Speaking of sort of Star Wars type stuff,
Yeah.
I was doing some research for the show, and I found that Mark Hamill recently had an online meeting with President Zelensky in Ukraine. So I got a little excerpt from the article here. So Hamill was recently made an ambassador for the United 24 fundraising platform, which supports the Army of Drones project to benefit Ukraine. On Thursday, Hamill was introduced to Zelensky on a video call, during which the president expressed gratitude for Hamill's support, mostly via social media, since the Russian invasion of Ukraine in February. And then it goes on to say, the president actually said to him, Mark, you have become the first ambassador to help Ukraine raise funds to support its defenders. For Ukrainians, this means a lot. As in Star Wars, good will triumph over evil and light will overcome darkness. With you on the team, there's no other way around it. Hamill told the BBC those words held a lot of meaning, and he understood why it was part of their chat. So I think that's pretty badass.
Yeah,
Oh, hell yeah.
Definitely.
It's I know we try not to talk too much about politics and stuff, but Ukraine's really been, from what I've seen,
ass.
Oh yeah. Did I hear right that they had like there was only like 4 like top level jets that the Russians had left, and the Ukrainians took them all out?
I don't know.
I didn't hear that, but I wouldn't be surprised.
I like the fact that they they attempted to annex places, and then like literally that same day they're like, nope, we're gonna take this back.
Yeah, they try to annex Crimea.
I mean, in a Star Wars standpoint, I know we touched upon it last week a little bit, but sticking with the Star Wars, when James Earl Jones signed his voice off to Lucasfilm, he signed his voice off to this it was this company called Respeecher, and this company is based in Ukraine. And while they were working on Obi-Wan Kenobi, they used this company was using James Earl Jones's voice. So James Earl Jones wasn't using his voice for Obi-Wan Kenobi. This company was doing the AI voice for James Earl Jones, for Darth Vader. And they were doing it while the war in Ukraine was in its infancy. So, yeah.
Were they playing over the loudspeakers, just to fuck with them?
I don't know. I'm not. I'm glad. I'm here.
Be careful
That's
not
over
to jump
there.
on your ambition. That would be a perfect line for a loudspeaker.
Well, Leo, you remember our guest last night, Kyle, who was working on a movie in India.
Yeah.
And on his way back, he was supposed to go. He was supposed to stop. He had a stopover in United Air Emirates, and Yemen was hemorrhaging missiles over to United Arab Emirates. So he was happy to take a few extra days before he had to go and return. So
Smart
that was
move.
really crazy.
Yeah. I want to get Yo-Yo's take on this. Yo-Yo, I heard Stadia shut down.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I'm gonna get my money back. I stopped paying for it a while ago.
I thought I heard that they're going to give refunds.
Oh, well, make sure I sign up for that. I stopped
Yeah.
paying for it a while ago. Honestly, I stopped paying for it because I got rid of the card that was being, but I wasn't even using it by that point.
Yeah.
Can I ask what Stadia is?
It was Google's streaming game service. So you
Ah.
basically just stream games over the internet.
Gotcha.
Ambitious idea, but yeah, like
it was hardware, right?
So you had the controller. They gave you the Chromecast Ultra. Like, oh, hold on, I'm gonna have to return. I hope I don't have to return that stuff. I do like that Chromecast.
I mean, it's kind of like their equivalent to Steam and their Steam Deck that they had, because Steam had their
Steam Deck is better though.
It's more like the Xbox.
Oh god,
like, Game
there
Pass,
was like years ago. There was a service where you like basically did the same thing, where like you rented like space, like you paid monthly. For depending on like what tier, what kind of computer you would remotely have access to, be able to play games. I can't remember the name of that service. It was that, except like you didn't have the tiers. It was just a monthly flat fee.
Yeah.
But like latency was an issue at times. Like I tried to play Destiny 2 a few times on it. It was okay, but like I was playing Tomb Raider, that like literally froze on me so many times I guess gave up.
Yeah, I could see if like internet was more reliable, but as
I had good internet. It's just them.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about like internet's like
like their end, their end was more reliable.
It's multiple places, so it could be your internet
like
could
bouncing
be
off
fine.
a bunch of servers.
Yeah, it could be a server in Wyoming that's having a hiccup or something like that.
I mean, if you think about it, this isn't Google's like first time trying to shut something down of theirs.
Oh, there's a whole graveyard of shit Google shut down.
And their graveyard is going to expand, because from what I hear, Google Trends is going to be nothing by the end of the year. Like they're going to get rid of that. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, if you go to the Google thing and you click the 3 bars and you drop the drop down menu, you have the, all the Google products, Gmail, Drive, and all that stuff. Trends is all the way down to the bottom. No one really does Trends unless you're trying to apply for a blue badge on Twitter.
No. Trends is, if you're doing Trends is very specific if you're doing like SEO work or something like that. So it's going to be a small user base, I would imagine, that's using Trends.
I think Leo, it seems to me like they're still perfecting some of the streaming technology, because like even when I try to watch a Disney Plus, if I would try to watch She-Hulk on like the night it comes over, I get tons of lags.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I just end up pirating it because it's a smoother watch.
Yeah, it's pretty sad that like History, I try to log into History Channel, because we have an account with it, but it won't let me watch stuff on my Fire TV. So,
Interesting.
I just, I just get my shows elsewhere.
Yeah. And Discovery will bounce you out all day.
Discovery freaking sucks.
Well, I think we can give them the benefit of the doubt because they're trying to merge with HBO Max. So
no, even before then, their apps sucked. Matter of fact, I had to upgrade my account to an ad-free account in order for it to actually work, because it kept on freezing and kicking out when an ad played. Like every single time.
I feel like they are the ones that won there.
Oh, they won, yeah. But
I tricked you, man.
I wonder how people on have Netflix is going to react when ads are going to be,
I barely even.
Are they dropping the pricing?
No, it's going up. And speaking of which, they officially opened their own game studio in Finland, and the studio is being led by Zynga's vice president as its director. So for those of you who don't know, Zynga they do mobile games, I think Candy Crush
I would've
Saga
gone
is
to-
one of them. I think.
Okay.
I would have gone with Tintin, but
Yeah. So
If you want to watch episode 2, pay 50 cents.
yeah, pretty much. So I don't know anyone that has a Netflix account. I know a lot of my friends have canceled Netflix because of lack of content.
I still have Netflix.
I do too. I watched Blonde on Netflix, which was fantastic. And I'm starting to go through that Dahmer series that has Evan Peters as Dahmer.
Yeah.
I haven't even bothered.
I enjoyed it. It was good. Evan Peters he's a talent.
Yeah, he is.
I really like his work. And
But
I just watched also on Netflix. There was a great Ali Wong. She has a new stand-up that was very funny.
oh, nice.
So yeah, I share an account with a friend of ours, but we've talked about with the prices going up, it might go away soon.
Yeah, and they're starting to cut down on that sharing. You know, it's which I don't know. Aren't they going to start charging you to
Well,
share?
they've been talking about that
Well, I
for
mean,
like 5
realistically,
years, but
yeah.
they still haven't dropped the hammer on that.
Yeah.
Like, I have like the 4-screen account, but I also pay like 11 something because it's tied into my cell phone bill.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
But have you guys checked out the new Wakanda Forever trailer?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we rewatched it tonight, and my honey is super excited for the Mayan / Aztec influence of Kulakan, who is the feathered serpent deity, similar to how the Black Panther has Bast. So we've got some more cosmic being type stuff going on, and to see I don't know how you guys thought about it, but I thought Namor's wings worked really cool.
Yeah.
Visually. And we saw Atuma, and I'm pretty sure that was Shuri in the suit at the end, because she had the same dots on her face earlier in the trailer that were also on the mask. So
There's one shot of a mask without the dots, and they were speculating online that it's like a new suit.
yeah, perhaps that there might be a whole team of perhaps Black Panther women, which could be interesting. Maybe a few, or maybe the main girl from the Domo Mojia. I don't know what the correct pronunciation. Anybody know that better than me? Doma Malaji or something.
Yeah.
Is that it? Doma Malaji. Yeah. So that all looked incredible. What did you guys think?
I thought it was good. The only thing I know the trailer is supposed to hook people in. The last image of the trailer that should have been omitted from the trailer. That should have just been like a surprise in the movie. Like we all would. That's just my opinion. I mean, I was excited overall. You know,
Remind me what the last shot was.
Shuri as
Female Black Panther. Yeah.
Oh, got it. Well, and they also
again, you're assuming it's Shuri though.
Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah. Well, we also saw Ironheart. So, but I don't think it's Ironheart.
You know, chances are there's going to be big surprises anyway. You know,
Yeah.
I honestly think it's going to be Okoye, personally.
Yeah. Well, we definitely had the Ironheart's her number 1.0 armor. And then we saw her working on what it looked like she was making another. So we would probably get a better version later in the movie.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. And it all looked great. It looked like they were flooding Wakanda. And it's exciting. It looked like a good movie. I wasn't that up on the movie. I was kind of cool about Namor and him becoming, they announced that he's definitely going to be a mutant. But until I saw that trailer, now I'm kind of excited.
Yeah, so we have Shazam coming out soon, right?
And Shazam 2 is something of the gods.
Fury of the Gods.
Yeah.
Is it Fury of the Gods? Yeah.
Wait. Oh, not Shazam 2.
Black Adam.
Black Adam.
That actually comes
When
out.
is Shazam coming out? Because I know that they dropped the trailer before, but I haven't heard anything about that in a while. They've mostly been talking about Black Adam.
Yeah, Black Adam and old
March
JSA.
March 17th.
Isn't
June is Flash. Black Adam's October 21st.
Oh, I mean that makes more sense then.
Yeah.
that they're
isn't
talking
Black
about that.
Adam supposed to set up Shazam Fury of the Gods? Isn't Black Adam part of that whole thing? Because I thought I read somewhere that there was a scene in Shazam where they were in the room with all the thrones, and there was one empty, and people were speculating it was for Black Adam. I don't know.
Well, that would be cool, but I hadn't
Yeah.
heard anything about them crossing over the movies, but it would be awesome. Maybe an extra scene.
So I don't know if it's going to be Black Adam or Shazam, but they said that Ben Affleck, Gal Gadot, and Henry Cavill were just spotted in the same spot where they're filming one of the movies.
I hope not. Just
Why? tell me why. Tell me why.
just let the characters be, like, establish those characters. Don't like try to like throw in other people, like just to be.
Well, supposedly those three are also in the Flash movie.
Yeah.
See, that kind of makes sense given like what that's going to be about. But let Black Adam have his movie, let Shazam have their movie. Like, grow those characters. Just like,
well, the Black Adam movie has a lot of characters. Well, you got the JSA, and then you've got
you don't need Batman.
Dr. Fate. So you've already got a huge cast of characters, and we don't really know who the bad guy is going to be, because he's really, Black Adam is the anti-hero.
Yeah.
Isn't it Dr. Fate? It seems like they're teasing it as Dr. Fate as the villain, isn't it?
Yeah. I didn't know.
Well, Dr. Fate
From the trailer I saw.
He wouldn't be a villain, though, right? Dr. Fate's not a villain, is he?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
What do you mean, is he, Leo?
Yeah.
Dr. Fate's like the Doctor Strange of the DC universe.
Well, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got the helmet, you know.
Well, so I totally understand where you're coming from. But also, like with comics, even a touch of another character can add so much, to a scene. Like,
just
no.
You don't want any cohesiveness with the new DCEU yet, yo.
Let those characters have their stories. Bring it into the fold later. Like,
okay.
Well, I did hear that quite possibly they're going to be reusing some unused footage from the Batman in the Flash. So Pattinson will make an appearance.
Right, adding on to the multiverse.
Yeah. Which and also
everyone's so excited about that choice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Pattinson.
Yeah.
So did I.
Well, but I mean, in addition to this possible movie, which you just
yeah. The Flash. Yeah. Apparently they finished final edits also.
All right.
So that means a trailer's imminent. They'll probably show a trailer during Black Adam, maybe.
Oh, what if we get a trailer this weekend with New York Comic Con?
Maybe Ezra will someone right on opening weekend.
Well, the trailer that I put in the group chat,
he'll show up. He'll kidnap a couple people. He'll show a trailer.
Yeah. I'll give him a slap on the wrist.
The trailer I put in the group chat earlier today of the David Harbour Christmas film, they're already going to do like a screening of the entire film at New York Comic Con. And they already put the trailer out today, which, if you're at New York Comic Con and you reserve your panel for that, good for you. Let us know what you think, what your opinion on that movie was. Because after seeing that trailer for, I think it was Violent Christmas or something like that, I want to see that, like David Harbour as Santa Claus, kind of like an Annie John McClane type of person,
Okay, I'm gonna have to watch that trailer then. I was not aware of that.
Yeah. It dropped today.
Okay.
But well, speaking of leaks and everything, earlier this week, and Ant-Man and the Wasp's Quantumania their trailer from D23, which was the same trailer at San Diego Comic-Con, leaked online right before people posted it. Or right when people posted it, Marvel was on a block tear. Like, get it off the internet right now, because they don't want people, seeing the outcome. Because people that were at New York, or not New York, Jesus,
D23.
yes, D23 and San Diego Comic-Con, they saw some big things in regards to that trailer, and they just don't want it to be spoiled.
Oh.
Things.
But
So
did you get to see it, Steven, before it got blocked?
no,
Mhm.
I'm blocked from Reddit, so I wasn't able to access it.
And what did you say, Yo-Yo?
I kind of don't want to see it. I want to wait till it actually comes out. Like, I'm okay with not being spoiled.
Now,
I mean,
I want to have my
I do.
excitement grow naturally.
From what I've been reading about the trailer, and from what people are saying, I do have theories, which kind of makes sense. But like I said, I don't want to be a dick and spoil or Yo-Yo with it. So,
No, I mean, I can always take my headphones out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I can do earmuffs.
So Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania comes out in February.
Mhm. And it feels like forever since we've seen Kang for the first time over in Loki. And it's, man, they've been dropping like he was the next big baddie, but man, they're dragging ass on that.
I mean, they did the same with Thanos.
yeah, but they're making.
Yeah, but they said they're not doing 10-year arcs anymore. They're only doing like 3 to 4. So
But Kang is
So they're going to drag it a little bit less.
Kang is the big baddie for this, because obviously we know the next Avengers movies are Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars.
Yeah, but we also don't know what Kang is going to show up. If there's going to be good Kangs and evil Kangs, and
yeah.
Well,
Quantumania, I imagine we're going to get multiple Kangs.
Well, they said
Kangaroo.
They also said, even though the Avengers movies are a couple years away, they said this Ant-Man movie is going to literally lead up to Avengers.
Okay.
Which kind of like what Ant-Man and the Wasp did with Avengers in between Infinity War and Endgame.
He's going to get caught in the quantum realm again.
So they're saying, and this could make sense why we haven't seen him since, that Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania is, I don't know if this is right, it's saying the start of Phase 5?
Yes, because Wakanda Forever is the end of Phase 4. Started with Black Widow, ends with Wakanda Forever, and this is Quantumania starts with Phase 5.
So I don't know if this is up to date. So Phase 5 for 2023, we're getting Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania February 17th, Secret Invasion, which is going to be a show, spring of 23. What If Season 2, early 2023. Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be May, Guardians of the Galaxy 3. The Marvels in July. Echo is summer. Loki Season 2 is also summer. Ironheart is next fall. X-Men 97 is next fall. Blade is November of next year. And
so that's current, because the director, they're looking for a director and they want to shoot real soon. So
yeah, and Agatha is winter of 2023. That's all that's listed for 2023.
Man, that's pretty loaded up. That is loaded up for Marvel nerdness.
That's 11 titles.
Yeah.
In 1 year.
When's the Marvels coming out?
The Marvels is July.
All right.
Also, Armor Wars, which is going to take place directly after Secret Invasion.
They just switched that to a movie, Steven.
Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yep. Yeah, that's going to be a movie, not a show.
Yeah, and then I was speculating, are we going to get some flashback RDJ scenes?
Oh, that'd be awesome.
That would be a very good high probability, because if they're going to switch it to a movie, that gives Robert Downey Jr. a reason to show up.
Yeah, which is what my thought process was. which I don't know if anyone else is excited about that, but I'd be excited to see RDJ one more time suited up. I like his wise ass.
Yeah, same here. I mean, I was a fan of him even before his crash. You know, it's like Air America was
Yes.
awesome. Yeah.
I really enjoyed him in Chaplin.
Yes.
So good. Yeah.
One of his earlier works, Less Than Zero.
Natural Born Killers, U.S. Marshals. Well, actually,
Yeah.
U.S. Marshals was kind of like after. He was kind of like on the rebound after he, had his little fall from grace. So I think he was
Sure. Right.
I'd rather see him as the AI for Ironheart, personally.
Hell yeah. Oh my God.
Like a Jarvis.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Like, of course, they'll probably do like some holographic interface where like you can see him at some point, because I mean, that's money that they'd be leaving on the table without having him visually there. But I'd much rather see him as the AI.
That makes
then you can also just keep him in this like
Marvel universe. He doesn't have to worry about keeping up in shape, and he could just do the voiceover.
Yeah.
I totally need to rewatch this movie, 1985's Weird Science.
Weird Science. Where they made the chick. They'd never make that movie today. That movie would never be made today. Yeah, when Chet was turned into
Shit.
Big,
yeah.
Great movie though, fun movie.
Yeah, the 80s was totally a different time.
Yeah, it was.
Didn't make it better.
What do you mean, Steven? You weren't even here.
He's read about it. He's played the video games. He knows.
I mean,
I've seen Back to the Future.
I was born in the latter half of the 80s, so.
Did you ever have jungle gyms with just concrete right below it? Metal jungle gyms. You swung down, you bashed your head open, and you fell on the concrete and bled all over the place. Then you picked yourself up, and you ran home and cried. Like a man.
You were around in the 80s, right?
I was born in 85, so some of the 80s.
Some of the 80s. Okay. Velvet, what's your craziest memory from the 80s on like something you can't do today?
Well, wander around as a child at like 7 or 8 years old, and you just be like, all right, Mom, I'll see you when the sun goes down.
Oh yeah.
No cell phones, no way of contact. I remember one time I lost track of time, and I was living in Queens at the time, and behind the little corner store there was like these broken down cars that me and my friends would hang out, and we would play chips or pretend we were playing chips.
Yeah.
And we lost track of time. And I remember my family freaking out. They were like running all over the neighborhood trying to find me, and I just walked home, and they were like, "Where were you?" Playing in the burnt out car behind the store.
I came from a really large family, so like if I was like they couldn't find me, I got the sense that they weren't worried a lot, because I was like the last of like a bunch. But there was this one time, like whenever my mom went grocery shopping, she'd take me with her. But if I was like being bad or something, she'd leave me in the car, as you do in the 80s, just leave your kid in the car. And you get bored as a kid, so I'd wander around the parking lot, go to the different stores. And I remember one day in Bradley's, there was a worker there that brought their kid to work, and she like unlocked the arcade games so that they didn't need to take quarters. So me and this random kid are like playing Return of the Jedi for had to be a couple hours, and then my mom comes like walking in just to and then game time was over.
That was that.
That was that. Yeah,
absolutely.
Riding in the back of the truck.
Leo, no seatbelts. Riding in the back of cars. Safety was no helmets. Nobody had helmets.
Oh no.
There were a lot of bruised elbows and kneecaps.
Yeah.
And blood. And it was what it was. It was definitely a different time where children were not really looked after.
No. If you're like, I don't know if you ever had this job when you were a kid, but like riding in the back of like a pickup, or like we had a dump truck, but like if they're like carrying a load of stuff home or somewhere, you're put in the back of the truck to watch the load. So just make sure nothing falls out.
And comparatively today, Leo, like my son is just turned 20, and he never walked to school by himself, never walked home by himself. It was the bus or we drove him. That was it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, kids are pampered today.
Oh, yeah. Different times, totally different times.
Absolutely. But
Yeah.
back to nerd stuff.
Yeah. So I know a bunch of you watched this. Let me know what you think. Bullet Train.
Yes.
I haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet. I want to.
Actually, I did a double feature. I saw Bullet Train and Pearl in the theater, and it was last weekend I saw both of them in the theater, and then like a few days later, you wound up putting Bullet Train on Fluther, and I was like, well, that would have saved if I knew that was happening, I would have saved myself money for a ticket and just watch it on the comfort of my home. But Bullet Train was good, and so was Pearl.
Nice.
Thanks. I enjoyed Bullet Train as well. And I thought it was interesting that we had a couple of Deadpool 2 actors all in that movie that have all obviously worked together on Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
With the special cameo of Ryan, Zazie Beetz, and of course the main actor who was the Vanisher in Deadpool 2. So I thought that was kind of cool to have them all together again. And it was a fun action-packed movie with some twists and turns, and it felt Tarantino-esque.
Yeah.
Yes. Very much Tarantino-esque.
Well, you know what I thought about watching this, like halfway through, is you see a lot of indie movies that are location based, like we're going to film inside of a plane. They got a hold of like inside of a plane, and they're going to do the whole movie out of that, or we're going to do it out of a train. This year, the whole movie's done within the train, except there's a couple outside scenes, and it was friggin' phenomenal. And you look, I know, indie has a low budget and everything, but to look what they could do, obviously they had a higher budget, but just, the same type of movie where it's just single, type of scene.
Yeah.
To draw you in with that story is just friggin' phenomenal.
I think it was backed by Sony, right? Sony did this. Sony production, I think. I'm trying to remember the title, the 47 seconds of logos in my head. Yeah, it was Sony. It was Sony that did this.
Yeah. Anybody else watched anything recently?
She-Hulk.
Yeah.
Like I said,
yeah. We totally went over it. What did everybody think?
Yeah, I love it. It's continuing the same nice theme. We're getting an introspective on who Jennifer Walters and She-Hulk is, and I love the Obama stay.
Yeah.
and the introduction of the characters that all exist in the comics. So well done, and kudos to them. And great job on the classic porcupine outfit. They really captured exactly what it looks like in the comics.
Oh yeah. And just like the whole storyline where it stinks and everything, that was hilarious.
Yeah. And when he finally takes the face mask off, and they're like, oh man, the smell, put it back on.
Well, and also he was in the ending credits too, where he took the suit to the dry cleaners.
It was in the sketch.
The sketches, yeah.
Oh, I missed that sketch. That's cool though.
Yeah.
Did anybody see what they posted on Instagram?
About
She-Hulk?
a fight scene.
She-Hulk?
I saw the clip on Entertainment Tonight, but I didn't know if they posted like it was in more scenes on Instagram.
Are we talking about
Something-
someone
just something briefly.
vision impaired that also has at least in this series, an original yellow and red suit? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, we are.
So that was the same scene I saw then.
Was he wielding his billy club, Steve?
Yes.
Nice.
But also, like I mentioned it earlier, and Leo halted me saying, wait till the show, wait till the show. So might as well get it out now. Literally, when they posted that video, I'm not sure if anyone were negative towards it on Instagram. The people have been really divided with this show, but when people saw this clip, the division got really even more divided because when they saw Daredevil move, people were like, one more thing to hate at. I was just like, come on, guys, enough. Just enjoy the
What is there
moment.
to what is there to hate about the show? Not only do you have Daredevil in that clip, but you also have She-Hulk and her
Yes,
like
that's it.
there's
That's
nothing
the
but
best part.
amazing things in this.
Yes. I guess people were complaining about how Daredevil moved down the parking garage.
Oh my God, people are stupid.
I know.
But did he not move swiftly enough for them?
No, I guess it was CGI based because obviously Charlie Cox wouldn't move down 5 flights of, parking garage. They use CGI for that, but people were complaining.
They're just everyone wants to
Heaven
cry.
forbid we
I mean,
don't want
first
yes.
of all,
person hurting themselves.
it's a female-based show, so they're hating on that. First of all,
stupid.
Exactly, it is ridiculous, and it's not billed as an action show. It's billed as a lawyer comedy show.
Yeah.
And that's what they're giving us. And they're giving us a good comedic show. And it's stuff that's based on the base comic work of John Byrne, who was moved on to Dan Slott. I mean, it's very similar to Dan Slott's series. And a lot of the characters that are based on that are what we're seeing. I find it terribly entertaining. I can't wait for every episode. I can't wait till tomorrow evening when I get home. And that's like we get excited every Thursday. We're like, oh,
yeah,
She-Hulk night, Shulky.
I mean, that me and my girlfriend are really enjoying this She-Hulk. And, it's Thursday nights usually our night to catch up on shows. She likes, obviously we like She-Hulk. She likes her show 911, so we catch up on that too. And then we catch up on the new CSI Vegas that's on Paramount Plus because season 2 started last week. So we catch up on all those shows. So that's our catch up night of new shows. So, but yeah, I mean, I love She-Hulk. I mean, it's a fantastic show. I just am scratching my head every time I see a negative comment. I'm like, come on, guys, grow the fuck up.
I've just given up on bothering
people complain
what people
complain, yeah,
because it's just stupid. It's if you don't like it, don't watch it. Just keep your goddamn mouth shut and let other people enjoy it. Don't spew your vitriol and just shut up. Yeah, shut up.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that negative content pays, so it's going to be out there. So we just have to try to ignore it as best we can and keep being positive and enjoying the shows we do. And look, we had negative things to say about Andor, but we're not going to.
I'm not going to stop someone from watching it.
Yeah, we're not going to stop someone watching.
If you enjoy it, that's great.
Try to put out a negative video being like, don't watch this show because blah 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 blah. Just be like, all right, wasn't for me, and we mention it, and then we're going to move on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Somebody else may love it. It's a spy thriller. But it's those type of shows aren't my bag.
It's not your bag, baby.
Anybody else watching Hot D? House of the Dragon.
Oh
no,
I thought you were talking about some porno, Leo. I was like, is there a superhero porno or something? Hot D. I'm like, all right.
I mean,
does Megan know about Hot D? What's going on, Leo?
House of the Dragon.
House of the Dragon.
Yeah.
No, I am not. I am refraining. I will sit silently while you guys converse about that one.
It's going to be Leo conversing to himself.
Yeah.
Oh.
All
right. No one's watching House of the D, Leo. Just you, buddy.
My God. Holy
Has anyone?
It's nothing it's just I don't have the time to.
It's I hated how they they ended the original Game of Thrones. You know, season 6, 6, 7, and 8, or whatever it was. You know, there's so many loose ends that they didn't tie. They sped up, you know, so much of the storyline. You know, just it wasn't handled properly. So I said, you know what, I'm not going to watch Game of Thrones, but you know, we gave it a try, and you know, it really hooked me. This show it's quite good, and it's just it has dragons, you know.
I've heard nothing but good. I've heard good things. I just again.
Oh, and
Time.
it's pretty fucked up. It's spoiler alert, but one character, she's giving birth. She's a dragon rider. She's a Targaryen, and it's not going well. So they're having a discussion, you know, do they kill the mother to try to save the child? And there was something wrong with the child as well, and she wanted a dragon rider's death. So she went out to her dragon and told her dragon to burn her. So she gets torched by her own dragon.
That's
And
messed up to do to the dragon.
oh my god. Yeah, well, the dragon didn't want to do it at first, and she's crying. She's like, Dracarys, and finally, you know, gives in and just like totally destroys her.
Who's going to pay for that dragon's therapy?
I know. Well, then something even worse is you have these bratty Targaryen kids, and like one of them's like getting picked on, and he's becoming quite evil. But like, you know, it's the next show. They're having a funeral, and he goes out. He sees the dragon returned, and he doesn't have a dragon of his own, and he decided to take the dragon. And he's flying it and stuff. He comes back, and one of the woman.
How do you take a dragon, Leo? How does a little kid take a dragon?
He went up. He said some Targaryen words to it, and the dragon didn't burn him, so he just climbed on top. And
so what you're telling me is, in this show, the dragons are bitches.
They are, yeah.
Oh,
they, you know, there has to be
anybody ride them.
Yeah, they have to be bonded with the rider, you know.
All right.
But these kids, they had to be like 10 years old. He gets back, and one of the other kids goes, "That was my mother's dragon. I was supposed to get that." And they start fighting, and this little girl punches the kid that just got the dragon. He like totally destroys her, which is fucked up. And then the youngest one like pulls out a knife and just like slices his eye off. And yeah, it's fucked up.
So it's drag.
To see these
Shouldn't
little
be
kids.
touching other people. Shouldn't be taking other people's dragons. All right.
Exactly.
You know the game when you got into it.
Joanna's in the chat room, says I can't wait. Anything good right now, wishing I could watch She-Hulk. And oh crap, sounds crazy. And I'd rather ride Falcor from Neverending Story. The dragons are pretty badass, and they're huge, and it's a good show. You know, it's definitely a good story.
We'll take your word for it, Leo.
Yeah, I'll stop right there. I saw today that they are releasing there's been demos of the new Batman game. It's not
Gotham Knights. Is that
Gotham
one?
Knights, yeah. Where it's not Batman, it's Nightwing, Batgirl, the Bat Family, yeah.
Isn't there another DC game coming out? I think it's revolving around the Suicide Squad. I just don't remember the name. I think it's Suicide Squad. I think. I just don't know.
I think there is, but this here, you know, you played the Batman games, right, Steven?
The first Batman Arkham game.
Oh, you didn't play the others?
No.
I did.
Oh, you didn't get to do the Batmobile?
That was probably one of the last video game series I really enjoyed.
I mean, are we talking about current gen? Because I have a soft spot for Batman Returns on the SNES.
Oh, stop!
And
no.
Oh, okay.
No. Stop. Lady J says, so you guys see the new poster for Deadpool and Wolverine? Yeah, that looks kick-ass. But the Batman games are something special. Just the fighting mechanics were really good. And you know, that's what a lot of people were hoping they were going to do with Spider-Man, is make it, you know, a Batman type, you know, mechanics, but with Spider-Man. And essentially that's what they did. Except you can zip around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So this here is
Wasn't Batman supposed to be like based on a rhythm? Like it was originally gonna be like a rhythm game.
Ooh, that would have been interesting.
I'm pretty sure that like that's what like how the fighting ended up like that because it was originally supposed to be a rhythm game.
Yeah, because it's all timing. I could see that because it's all timing. It's
I could see it if Wii was around at the time. If Wii was still a thing. I mean, not for like current gen consoles like PS5 and Xbox, whatever it is.
Yeah. Well, so the demos are out, the videos are out online. You can see them. It looks pretty cool. Batman mechanics, but they're adding some like RPG elements and I think online play. Yeah, should be good.
Cool.
Overwatch 2, Tom.
I'm not.
No.
I want to try this game on PS5 called The Quarry. I've heard a lot of good things about it. I think they take all these actors like Ted Raimi and Freddie Prinze Jr. and a bunch of actors, and obviously they're mocapped, but it's a horror game, but it's like a choose your own adventure type, and you choose the wrong path and you get killed. But it's like set in a summer camp.
Yeah, I've seen videos. Those look good.
Yeah. So
I haven't seen that.
Unfortunately, I'm not as lucky as you to have a PS5, but one day.
You'll get there. Yeah, you'll get there.
Honestly, it's just been laziness on my half.
Yeah.
Like, I just got my new iPhone.
Oh, nice.
I mean, the price
that
of the
I actually like put effort towards. This is like
the price of the PS5 is going to go up soon, I think. I don't know.
So you're saying I should put effort in soon?
Yes.
Thank you. I would have been pissed if you were like, "Yeah, I knew that months ago."
So the big question is, will you get the disc version or the digital?
Disc.
Yeah, smart move. Yeah, it's I do a lot of digital, but it's just good to get.
Rather have. Yeah.
Wait, so I made the wrong choice and got a digital?
Yes, Steven. Yes.
My issue with being completely digital is like, think the Silent Hill, the one that was made by this person. Yeah.
People are jailbreaking the PS5s. Now they're putting some type of code in just to play that Silent Hill game.
Yeah, but like that just disappeared off a lot of people's because it was digital.
So well, also, that's
like, we don't want this game to be around anymore. They're just removing it from your library because it's a digital copy. You never read those like terms and conditions for that stuff.
Yeah, because you don't actually own it, Yep. Same thing with movies. I see Warner Brothers Digital has been or Discover, whatever their name is now. They've removed some movies from their playlists, from their
catalog.
Yeah. So like if you owned it, they removed it from your library.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's shitty if you paid for it.
Yeah.
Yep. But those terms and conditions.
Yeah.
That's why I would much rather physical.
That's why I recommend nobody ever buy a Tesla, because you don't really own that shit. You can't bring it to your own mechanics. There are a ton of restrictions on that car.
Oh yeah, cars in general are getting fucked up. What is it with they're starting to do subscription models now with cars?
Yeah, for like heated seats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, even DeLorean is going electric too. If you guys seen the
nothing wrong with going
for DeLorean,
nothing wrong with going electric, but it's
no. I mean, the way,
but if they make you subscribe,
I mean, the way
ads playing the whole time you're trying to drive.
The way the powers that be above us, political wise, now are encouraging us to get electric cars. We'll all be driving electric DeLoreans. I don't know.
I don't see an issue with that as long as I don't have to deal with like it driving me to McDonald's because of some kind of sponsored ad.
We've made an update to your vehicle. You now only get 50 miles per fill up, and you have to pay like an extra
As
200
long
bucks.
as I hit 88 miles per hour
unless you
once.
visit our sponsor today.
Hey, this seems like the group that would know. If I'm starting to go garage sale flipping, old video games and stuff, what stuff do I leave, make sure I don't touch? And what stuff am I really looking for?
Depends on what it is.
Well, here's the thing: the video game market.
Like there's Game Boy, there's Nintendo, there's different versions of Xbox. I mean, yes, go for all of it for a cheap price, or stay away from certain items.
Are you selling it, or are you?
Yeah. Like find something, hopefully pay $5-10 for it, and flip it for hopefully 40 to 60 or something like that.
I know I'm part of a bunch of groups that sell games. Normally the market depends. We had someone on a few weeks ago, not only to promote a convention, but we talked about the market of retro games.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say the older the better. Hold on to them because the value of them will go up. But like you said, regular Xbox, that depends on the game. Certain Xbox games, the price is like, up there. It depends on the game.
That's right. Now, what about the consoles, Steve?
If they're complete, there's a market for it. Game Boys, yeah, people will buy that. Original Xboxes, people will buy that.
Yeah, I mean, I know the really old stuff, the Atari, the Intellivision, and ColecoVision all have good resale value because they're so old.
Well,
but I didn't know if
actually,
Nintendo or anything like that did.
Since I started collecting the Atari games are actually priced pretty good right now. So I started looking into like NES games. So like NES and Super NES are like insane right now.
Yeah, I know. You wanted me to look for one at the video game convention.
Fuck you.
Did you see the price of it?
Yeah. A friggin' game I saw like 3 years ago for $25, and I was like, I won't get it. It's like, what? How much was it, Steven?
More than that. Like
it was like $100, something.
No,
like that? No,
double it.
200.
$200,
like 200 plus. Yeah.
Wow.
Complete in box.
Well, so here's the thing that's happened is there have been some. It's not really insider trading, but there's been a couple companies that have been purposely trying to inflate the price of video games, and it's worked. Video game prices for collections and everything have just gone insane. So I'd say you see anything for a good price, just snatch it up, and chances are you'll be able to move it. You see like any like Pokemon games. I know Pokemon games are really really hot. I was just looking at. I have a sealed World of Warcraft. It's a green box. I forgot which one it is, but I was looking up the price on eBay, and somebody gave it to me. Like had to be when I was leaving a job. He had like 4 of them. And it's going for like $900 right now.
Yeah, I would say do not lose that. Hold on to it unless,
anything you can find. That and comics, obviously, comics. So
sure, yeah. Pick it up for a nickel, sell it for $5.
Yeah. Well, I wish
you luck with that.
Yeah, I wish you luck on that. If you see a complete in box Dragon Warrior, remember me.
if I even knew what that was.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the game that I saw complete in box. That was like over $200 that I sent the picture to Leo. And Leo was like, "Fuck that."
Yeah, and it was $25 a few years ago, Leo.
Yeah, I saw it. There was a convention at Foxwoods.
Look at the return on that value you could have had.
Oh yeah, I know, but it
wouldn't have sold it though.
No, it's everything.
Like I have this thing. It's like my shoes that are right here. Like I kind of want to sell them because it's up to almost 6,000 at this point. But I'm like,
holy shit,
I have them, so I kind of want to not sell them.
But you never wear them, right? They just sit there.
Are
they still in box or are they on a shelf?
They're in box on a shelf.
In box on a shelf.
Because the box is like worth showing off itself.
Sure,
Okay,
sure.
Yo-Yo, take a picture of the box, print it life size, and then sell them.
Still the picture. Just be misleading on eBay
Exactly.
for $49.95.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not my fault you didn't read the picture.
I mean, if they're Jordans, they're more than that.
Oh, they are Jordans.
Yeah.
Well, how many? There are a billion kinds of Jordans.
So these were designed by Cos, is a graffiti artist. He actually used to animate for like Doug, Daria, like shows like that before.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's crazy. Sneaker. I just don't get it. I mean, I understand the love of that. I just the prices. That's crazy.
Well, I'm sure he didn't pay 600 for it or 6,000 for it.
300.
Yeah. How many years ago?
2017.
17.
That's the thing. Like it's gone up
years.
that much in such a little time.
So what number would that need to hit for you to be like, all right, I can cash this out? 10?
10 would definitely be like a strong, like, yeah, if someone's willing to give me 10 for it. Yeah.
That'd be your first consideration?
Yeah.
All right.
I only have one pair of Jordans, and it's the retro Air Force Ones, and it's red. It has the Air Jordan logo on it. It was years ago that I bought it, and
Are they still in the box,
So,
Steve?
I would say go on eBay and see how much you can get for them.
I'm
like, damn, I don't need these anymore.
no, I don't think there's any monetary value because I
You
wear 'em.
would be surprised.
Well, that's the other question.
You know how many times I've sold shoes I've worn?
eBay or Macari? No,
God,
no.
just recently I sold a pair of skateboard shoes for like I paid $40 for them, like damn near 15, 20 years ago almost. I feel like it's been a while since I've had like 05, 06, something like that. I bought those. I sold them for 200.
Well, the last time
Nice.
I really
on
wanted,
eBay? On
No,
eBay?
on one of the sneaker apps.
Oh, okay.
the last time I really wanted shoes and I really pulled the trigger on it, I went on a site called StockX, and this was on Alien Day, like April 26th. And Reebok was doing a promotion. You know the shoes that Sigourney Weaver wore in Aliens? Yeah, they call them the Stompers, but literally Reebok made those shoes, and they flew off the shelves on Reebok's site. But StockX had them. I had to pull the trigger, paid a little more than what Reebok's site was commanding for, but worth it.
I've heard you've got to be careful on StockX. Sometimes you get stuff that looks exactly like it, but you find out it's really not.
Yeah, it's mostly Nikes though. That's the thing. Like
mostly Nike they're knocking off.
Yeah.
Do you know they're knocking off Funkos now too?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
That's why I gave up on fucking collecting. When I found out that they were New York Comic Con was back to New York Comic Con. When New York Comic Con was doing a 1-2 punch, they were releasing an exclusive Snake Plissken Funko. You could only get it there. And when you go to New York Comic Con, you can only go to their booth by being randomly selected in their lottery. I was like, I'm done with Funko. And it collects too much freaking space. And I already have so much space in the studio that's occupied. So I'm like, no, I'm done with Funkos. And if you're I get the popularity, I get it. But if you're gonna randomly select, I don't know, 10% of the Funko population just to get to your booth at New York Comic Con, what's the freaking point?
Yeah, well, don't get it from New York Comic Con. But Leo, didn't you recently tell us that you had some nice profitable Funkos that you bought at regular $15 a pop, and now they're worth for like $600 each?
So when Jar Jar went to the last con, he said, "Oh, pack up some Funkos. I'll try to sell them." So, yeah, it's all my Funkos except for one box. I've paid like retail price for, and
Right.
yeah, I think the most. I'll tell you, think the most expensive one I have now is the blue Heisenberg.
Right. That's the one you were talking about. Yeah, you have two
Yeah.
of them, right?
Two of them, and I think they're at. I'll tell you the price right now. Hold on, let me go to Funko's app. Funko is great because it'll tell you the going rate for it. Let's see.
And you've compared that against like eBay and other places that sell it?
Yep.
It's pretty on par.
Does that app do it for you, or do you have to like compare it yourself?
You have to compare it yourself. But I mean, when we priced an entire, had to be probably like 50 Funkos that I sent them down with, and we compared all the prices, and it was all spot on. Yeah, blue Heisenberg is actually looks like it went down a little bit. It's 350 a pop.
Wow.
And then the other big one I have is the Ghostbusters, the Marshmallowed set. That's going for 290. There's a Superman one I have that's going for 210.
Well, that's Steven. That is why he collects Funkos, because he bought them at base price, and look at what he can sell them for.
Yep, exactly.
I mean, I have like 6 Funkos that probably aren't worth a damn, but there's a couple. If I got rid of them, I would get rid of like 75% of them. There's a few that I'm gonna keep.
Tell me what are ones you have, Steven.
McLean, Gruber. I forget the guy from Die Hard. That's
what number is it?
I don't want to get up.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Oh my god!
All right. Hold on.
He's doing the work
What are
for
the
you.
Animaniacs
Come on,
going
man.
for?
Go grab them.
Leo, what are the Animaniacs going for?
671, 667, and 669 and 668.
Yeah.
That was too many numbers.
Oh, you got him.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, he's not going for too much. He's going for $16. Let me see, Animaniacs. Let's see, Dot. Yeah, they're Dot's going for 50. Wacko's 65. Yakko is 70.
Nice.
That's for the Funkos.
Yep, I have those.
Yeah, the pop ones are the soda pop ones are still going for like just $15.
I have the Funkos. I also have Pinky in the Brain.
Pinky in the Brain. And the other isn't.
Yeah. Pinky, is going for about 50.
Nice.
They make a Pinky from Pac-Man.
You gotta sell some, Leo, before you can buy some.
Yeah, I know. I know. I can't. Like I told you last night. I can't. I don't know if I told you. I canceled my Transformers.
You mentioned
pre-orders.
But he bought a bunch of comics instead.
Yeah. But I do have an Insecticon coming my way. That was the last pre-order I had, which already came in. And any of those all the Transformers I bought, is all nostalgia. It's just ones that I owned before. I'm only buying something I had before, because back in had to be around 2000, I sold my entire Transformers collection to make rent. So it's just I've been slowly
catching up,
gathering back.
Well, getting them back.
Take over.
Yeah, because
we've all been there. There's been time to time when we've had to sell a bunch of collectibles that we wish we didn't have to.
Yeah. Only I've been looking.
Has anybody seen the adult Happy Meals?
No,
I heard something about
them, but I don't even know what the adult toys that come with them are. Oh, you've got them right there. All right. So what is
That's
it? Tell
what
us.
it is?
Open it up.
Show us.
Unboxing right here, Yo-Yo.
So it's a collaboration with clothing brand Cactus Plant Flea Market. So like, it's weird because like it's supposed to be all month. I feel like that's weird for like they've been doing a lot of random collaborations with like they did the stuff with Travis Scott. They did the Swaley one. No, it's not Sweetie. Whatever her name is. The one where they had that Sweetie. Yeah.
But now what is it? Is it a shirt? Is it a hat? Is it a scarf?
So you're entered into a chance to win like that stuff. It's the toys that Leo's showing now.
Oh, okay.
But it's
Okay.
designed by Cactus Plat Flea Market.
So
And they also
that
did
was-
a line of clothing, which you can only buy until I think Sunday or Monday.
And what
For
what is the charge of the meal?
Like 15.
15. And what are you getting?
Wow.
Like,
It's
what
Big
kind of meal?
Mac.
Is that a Big Mac meal?
Yeah.
So-
They had a little premium
and the
because
normal price is about
box-
10, right?
Probably like 11 or 12 right now.
McDonald's
so-
prices have gone up.
So it's
Yeah.
like a $4 to $5 upcharge
Yeah.
for the chance to win a piece of clothing.
And the toy.
I mean,
And the box because it comes in a cool box. But
And the toy that you oh yeah, what's the box look like? Is the box like more special than the
It's-
kids one?
yeah, it's like over the other side of my apartment.
All right.
this
Oh,
is.
it's right there.
I thought that McDonald's was. I saw McDonald's was doing something else. They were doing like the plastic Halloween buckets, like the purple, the green, the orange. But then I read into it, and if you're in Canada, you're one of the lucky Canadian SOBs that's going to get that if you're at McDonald's, if you go to the McDonald's. I'm like, bring that worldwide. I remember that as a kid, and I think that was like early 90s, late 80s. I remember those little buckets.
I'm sure they still sell the tickets where you can get like the coupons for like ice cream and stuff to hand out to the kids.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Wendy's.
No, it was
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah,
Wendy's
I-
might have
No,
done
Wendy's
it
does-
too.
I think
Wendy's might
Wendy's
have done it
does.
too. I'm sure they've all
Yeah.
done it in some sort of fashion.
I just want them to bring back McDonald's pizza.
Why? I used to like
Because
the
he
mighty.
hates the people who work at McDonald's. He wants them to suffer. That's why.
No,
Try to make a pizza on your.
Hey, they made back in the 80s. It was
Yeah,
drive-through
do you know why they
speed.
stopped?
Well, Leo,
Because
you can go
like,
to
the
Taco
added
Bell and get
equipment,
the
it
Mexican
didn't fit.
pizza.
yes, the Mexican pizza's back at Taco Bell.
Yeah, but I don't like Mexican.
All right.
I mean, if
I was
VHS
supposed
was
to
a
make
thing,
Taco
DeSantis
Bell is
joke.
really not Mexican.
I mean, if VHS was a thing, I'd like to see them bring the VHS promotion that McDonald's had back.
VHS promotion.
Now
What
it's
was
been
that?
digital.
That in
download
the
and
early
take it from you.
90s. In the early 90s, McDonald's did a VHS thing. If you got their Happy Meal and you paid like, I don't know, $12, on top of that, you'd get a VHS, and you had a choice of like Addams Family one year.
Okay.
and
Oh,
then
the movies.
Bat-
Yeah. Okay.
Batman Returns was one of them, and once that movie came out, McDonald's like cut the ties with that because of,
Well,
Hey,
then
is there any buzz on the Netflix Wednesday show?
that looks good.
That
Yeah,
sounds
You saw the
interesting.
trailer?
Yeah.
'Cause
I
think
saw a
that-
little. I
Is that
saw
coming out in October or November?
November.
November. Okay.
There was a clip that came out this week where it was just a clip of Wednesday versus Thing. Like Thing hitched a ride with Wednesday to the school, and she's not happy about it.
All right. Someone
I
just
was
watching the trailer.
no, I was looking to see when it came out, and it popped into Netflix.
But speaking of Netflix, there's a show a movie that I saw over the weekend that I really enjoyed. If you like old film and you like the classic movie stars of yesteryear, obviously you know about Marilyn Monroe. There's a movie out called Blonde.
Blonde. Yes.
Yeah. It is NSFW. It's rated NC-17. For those who don't know, Motion Picture Association of America, NC-17 is, you pretty much can't see an NC-17 movie in the theater because they won't release it anywhere. So it makes sense for it to be released on Netflix. And it's NC-17 for a reason. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay, so do they cross into, like, I'm assuming her having an affair with both Kennedy and the brother?
Yeah, Kennedy, yes, in NC-17 graphic detail, and then she has. I think they go into even more graphic detail of her affair with Charlie Chaplin Jr. and Fitzgerald. I don't remember the first name of Fitzgerald.
Was that
Edmund.
was that during her marriage to Joe DiMaggio?
No, that was
Okay.
after. It goes.
Okay.
So,
But-
what you're saying, Steven, is your pause and rewind button are broke on your remote.
I can neither confirm or deny.
Like, I didn't think it was possible to have an image burned into a screen with modern TVs, but man,
Tom wants to know if anybody's seen Hocus Pocus 2.
No.
Yeah.
But I did see in the back chat that one of our cohorts, PJ, said some of his fellow people that work on movies were not treated very well on that particular production. So for that reason, he was boycotting it. And I have no reason to boycott it, but I don't even know that I saw the first one. So I know it's a super famous movie, but
Yeah,
I know.
it was a movie that it flopped when it first came out and then hit like cult status.
Yeah, like really big cult status. I know one of the shows on the network, the Horror Squad podcast, they're doing something in Salem in a few weeks. They're having one of the original actors from Hocus Pocus there, and they're showing Hocus Pocus. But this is the first time that actors come back to Salem since filming Hocus Pocus. So,
very cool.
was the second one filmed in Salem as well?
From
So
what I
was it some of it?
hear, some of it was, but then some of it was filmed outside of Salem. Like it wasn't it was all in Massachusetts.
Right, but multiple locations.
Yeah, they built like a set in Massachusetts. Our Massachusetts friends may know more about this than I do. PJ Brandon.
Not this Massachusetts friend, but some of the other ones.
Yeah.
All right.
Who came home, Leo?
My wife came home. Sorry.
I just I remember that sound. I don't have Ring anymore. So.
Yeah, I see all your classic Atari games over there, Leo. You got Pitfall and Pac-Man.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, it's I stopped collecting though. I was getting a little too involved.
Carried away.
Yeah, but I collected a lot of the important ones that meant something to me. So
sure.
Yeah.
And do you ever play them, or do you just keep them in the box?
Just keep them in the box. I have a emulator that I play.
Right, but you don't have a classic Atari console.
Actually, Jar Jar gave me one.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Does it work?
I haven't tested it out yet.
All right.
Yeah, I need to figure out how to hook it up to a modern TV.
Yeah, I think you just have to. There's an adapter that you can buy.
Yeah.
Very expensive.
I know there's a TV right there. I think Leo gave me when I was helping him clean out his house.
Yep.
Did
you get all the snakes out of it?
Yeah, I did.
I'm using them as antennas now.
I hooked up my Atari to it, but I think something's up with the connection, so I got to figure that out. I haven't fucked around with it in a while, so little project I have to do sometime.
Yeah,
there you go.
Atari was a fun system. It's very simple, but it was fun.
Yeah, my childhood, my cousins had the Atari. I ended up getting the Intellivision.
Oh, nice.
And then when my parents got divorced, Dad got the ColecoVision, so that was all fancy.
Oh, nice. My brother had one of those. I know it was a Vision. I don't know if it was Intel or Coleco, but he had it at his work, and I remember going there and playing it. It was really cool, but it had was it the thumb controller?
Mm-hmm.
And it was a airplane game that you saw the airplane from the side. He did loop-de-loops and shot balloons.
I don't know that particular game, but
Oh.
Kind of similar
Sure
to
it was
Pilot
fun.
Wings.
Looks like there was a cryptic message about possibly Moonlighting coming to streaming. The old Bruce Willis show.
Of course. I'm surprised it hasn't been on streaming already. But then again, as turbulent as that show was with the cast.
Well, it had Booger in it, you know? It's
No, I'm talking about like the friction between Bruce Willis and Sybil Shepherd. Like they hated each other on that show behind the scenes. I'm surprised with all these streaming services at each other's throats. Warner Brothers Discovery. I'm surprised they're pulling the trigger on putting Moonlighting up eventually, finally.
Throwing shit against the wall, seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, maybe they'll do a sequel or something. Didn't Bruce Willis there was
Retire.
something
He retired.
I know he retired, but there was something in the news recently about there's a dispute where a company is saying that he signed over his CGI likeness.
Yes.
And he's saying
to
he didn't.
fake site. Or
Interesting. Interesting.
Yeah. I know we are running out on news. Anybody else have anything else before we start to wrap things up?
No, I don't think so.
At the moment in time.
Yeah. Well, fine then.
I don't talk. Ugh.
Yeah, we're an hour and a half in. That's not bad.
No, not at all. Okay. Well, we'll wrap it up. There's something I'll tell you guys after the show. Oh, cryptic like.
Oh, you don't want to tell the audience, huh, Leo?
Oh no, it's just that most likely Pluther is going to go down tonight because
Okay.
yeah, my drive finished copying, so I can replace it now.
Nice.
So yeah, so it's
So Leo is fully operational.
Yeah.
yeah, and the space upgraded, so it's I'll be able to fit more stuff. So
Very
Nice.
yeah,
Always nice to fit more stuff.
no, totally.
Yes.
Well, with that, we'll wrap things up. I want to thank everybody for watching this fine evening. Definitely head on over to thedorkening.com. Like I always say, there's about 40 shows on the network. There's a ton of awesome people doing a ton of awesome stuff. Head on over to thedorkening.com. You can see all the latest episodes there. And we'll kick it off with our special co-host, Velvet. Where do you like people interacting with you?
Well, you can find me on the gram, Velvet Joker 2021. On Facebook, I'm Rich Davis. Or you can find me now. I'm on TikTok as Velvet Joker 1. Or you can find me every Tuesday night on the Dorkening Show, Splash Pages, a comic book club. We are an award-winning nerd-based show. If you liked what you saw or what I contributed today, maybe you'll check our show out. And if not, I'm sure I'll make a return at some point here on the Dorkening, and you'll see me again. Maybe you'll like me, maybe you won't. But either way, I feed on your energy. Give it to me.
And there's a comic book club behind that as well. So join the Facebook page, and a lot of cool stuff going on. Yo.
You know what I'm gonna say, because I am only doing one thing at the moment. That's Instagram. So Yo Saint Laurent on Instagram. If you want to follow me there.
Are you? I hear people switching away from Instagram to something else, like View or something like that.
See, I haven't really tried it yet. Like I downloaded the app, but because I also just got a new phone. I haven't even had a chance to really play around with the camera on it, though I'm super excited because they did some major upgrades on this camera on the new iPhone 14 Pro. I'm upgraded from the 12, so yeah.
Nice.
So I'm excited. Like that's probably be part of my weekend is playing around with the camera a bit more. So spread some stuff on Instagram.
I mean, isn't Instagram part of Meta now?
Yeah. As much as I hate Facebook.
Yeah.
I like photos. Photography is my thing. So.
It is. Yeah. You do a great job at it. Yeah. Steven.
You can follow the award-winning podcast Super Retro Throwback Reviews on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Super Retro Podcast. I am here every Wednesday on the Dorkening Wednesday show, providing my job doesn't hold me hostage on Wednesday nights. Next week's, that's it. That's all That's all
That's all you got.
That's all I'm whipping to the barn with. So
I just want to know how you ended up working for Ezra Miller. You talk about being held hostage over. Never mind.
I'd rather be held hostage by DC and their expanded universe. Jesus Christ. I'd rather be...
Wait. Did you just say
You
something?
are being
nice
held
about
hostage
DC?
by DC in the expanded universe.
Steven, blink if you're in trouble. Catch you guys later. Bye.
Have a good night.
Blink.